From LEX 18, your official UK sports station for Big Blue Nation, this is BBN Tonight.
Welcome to BBN Tonight. I'm Mary Jo Perino.
And I'm Keith Farmer. Tonight we hear from UK offensive coordinator Eddie Gran and Tennessee coach Jeremy Pruitt ahead of Saturday's showdown down in Knoxville.
Plus some positive news about Olivier Sarr, and basketball cat Riley Welch provides us with some NBA draft analysis. But the man in charge of the UK offense is talking about the need to get back on track, and that begins tonight's Big Blue story presented by Baptist Health. We've talked about the slow night for Kentucky in the victory over Mississippi State, where the defense stepped up hugely. The Wildcats only had 175 total yards, with just 73 through the air. Offensive coordinator Eddie Gran believes his side of the ball will get it fixed moving forward.
You know, we need to get into a rhythm. We had a chance to get into a rhythm, technique, fundamentals, throw, catch. When we do that, we're in pretty good shape, and we had our opportunities. And then I've got to put them in a better position. If we're struggling, then I've got to be a better play caller. And so that's on me, but they are fixable, and I'm excited about that.
Keith, not only is it fixable, but we've already seen it happen. With the defense, we waited that first couple of games to see it. We've seen the offense put up big numbers and play really well, so I'm really not worried.
Let's just call it like a horse racing kind of thing. You've got that one that you just throw out. Let's just throw that one out for the offense, and let's expect them to play as they did in those first two games going forward.
And when your defense is playing so well, you probably kind of relax. Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
Tennessee's Jeremy Pruitt isn't providing any bulletin board material ahead of Saturday's matchup with Kentucky. Coming off a blowout from Georgia, the Vols head coach was very complimentary of UK when talking about the game, saying that the Cats have a lot of missed opportunities coming into the game with a 1-2 record.
Well, they play good defense and really probably should be 3-0. If you look at them, I mean, they lost a tough one against Ole Miss, and I think we all saw what happened down at Auburn, the play that was reviewed there, but very easily could be 3-0. Have been one of the better teams in our conference for the last several years. They're committed to running the football. They believe in their plan. They're a physical team that's disciplined. They play well together. So it'll be a tremendous challenge for us.
Pruitt says his Vols are sticking with Jarrett Guarantano at quarterback despite Saturday's struggles against Georgia. See, Mary Jo, we're not the only school saying that was a touchdown against Auburn.
I was going to say, I didn't recognize him at first without the full checkerboard face covering, but I'm glad to know Chris Rodriguez scored a touchdown on that play.
Yes.
All right, let's turn to basketball. The NCAA has apparently taken action that will now hopefully allow Coach Cal to play Wake Forest transfer Olivier Sarr this season. College basketball insider Jeff Goodman reports that the Division I Council has voted in favor of the blanket waiver allowing winter athletes to retain their year of eligibility, whether they decide to play or not. That would allow the SEC to clear Sarr to play. And Keith, we've been waiting for the Sarr clearing to happen for the last 3 months, maybe longer. I've been expecting it the whole time, just hasn't happened yet. Hopefully this will push it through for sure.
Well, even with a season that's backed up, we're starting to get to that point where just tell us one way or the other. So
practice starts today.
Yeah, so that they can go ahead and make plans with or without Sarr. So let's get that done. Staying with basketball, Brandon Boston is getting more praise ahead of the season. March Madness reporter Andy Katz believes the Kentucky freshman is one of 10 players who will have a chance at being named National Player of the Year at the end of the season. If that comes true, Boston would be the first Cat to do so since Anthony Davis in 2012. And Mary Jo, I know I've got a lot of people, you probably have the same, that just, I need a couple of games. I need several games to learn about these freshmen and everything. But I had the chance to watch him throughout this past basketball season. He is a phenomenal talent. He can do it inside and out. The only thing now is to find out how much of that translates to the college game. It is hard, though, to put that on a kid, though. I think one of the best players in the country. I'm all for first team all SEC, but I'm going to slow my roll a little bit. This team might be great, but I got to wait and see a little bit here. All right, the NBA playoffs have been an unquestionable showcase for Kentucky basketball. Aside from all of the ex-Cats involved in the Orlando bubble,
Now we've learned that players from Kentucky scored more points during this postseason than any school has during a single playoff run in history, and it wasn't even close. Meanwhile, the Lakers released this moving video of Anthony Davis's reaction to winning his first NBA title. And Keith, you saw that during the game, at the end of the game. You saw him get very emotional. It's been, 8 years since he last won a title. But I'm sure that when you're a player of Anthony Davis's caliber, you think maybe it's going, you win it in 1 year, it's going to come. It's going to come. And it hasn't been easy. He's played on some teams that have not been good. And so now he's finally got one.
I mean, think about a guy like Charles Barkley, who never won one. I mean, he played on some good teams. It's a hard thing to do. It's a hard thing to accomplish. And so to get that done, I'm sure that emotion just ran through him there at the end of it. All right, we end the segment at the University Club of Kentucky, where the Unbridled Tour is underway with familiar local names. Former Kentucky golfers Chip McDaniel and Cooper Musselman are a part of the field. McDaniel was in 4th place after the first day, coming in at 5 under par, and they still have one more round to go tomorrow before they'll name a champion, but $9,500 on the line for the winner.
There you go. That's not too bad. All right, coming up next, I'll talk with UK basketball player Riley Welch.
He'll help us look ahead to the long-delayed NBA draft when we return.